So Cody, before I go into the tiers, I just want to get your thoughts with Tiger Woods coming back this week. What are your general thoughts on him this week?
So I mentioned Tiger Woods in my article. Article is free in our Slack. It'll also be posted on Twitter and will be live on our website at cheatcodefantasysports.com. But Tiger at $9,000 is live for cash and GPPs. I think you briefly touched on it. People are going to be clicking on him because it's Tiger Woods. He will have high ownership, but his upside is quite high. He's got a win on tour already this season. He had a top 10 here last year. Someone like Tiger Woods, where he's been dealing with injuries, he's an older golfer now. He's got to play with his schedule. And like I mentioned with Paul Casey, it'll take him about a round to knock off the rust, and that's about it. He's got 5 victories here. I think Tiger at $9,000 is an absolute steal. The only thing that you'll have to be aware of is that ownership is. He'll come in over 20% owned. I didn't look at it. I'm just going to pull it up right now. But it wouldn't surprise me if Tiger's going to be above 20%. So right now, our projections for cheat code have them at 17.5%, which is the highest in that range, going up to until you get to John Rahm and Hideki Matsuyama. But I like Tiger. I think I'd like Tiger more for cash than GPP. I think him kind of backdooring a top 10, kind of like what Patrick Cantlay did at the Workday, is completely reasonable. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the leaderboard come Sunday, but I see more of him kind of just taking it easy and backdooring a top 10 finish, which for cash at 9,000 will more than pay off his value.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, you hit it, right on the head with a guy like that we're not really sure what the upside is right now, but we know that there's upside. But he's going to always have ownership because of his name. That's why he makes for better cash play, because you have the safety net of the ownership in case he does, come out and just look awful for some reason. So it's not going to kill you if somebody misses the cut, like with Neesmith. I had him last week. He was 2% in cash, and he missed the cut. It didn't end up hurting me because I had Cantlay and Woodland. But if I had, if Cantlay and Woodland didn't do as great, then it would have hurt me. So that's kind of the difference in cash games. You don't necessarily want to play, the top 6 owned guys just because but if you're looking at the models and you're trying to debate between 2 guys and they're literally close on all the stats, then I would lean on your cash games towards the guy with the higher ownership if it's pretty much a tie in your mind. So that's just a free tidbit there. But tiers, so as we've talked about the last few weeks, that I've been playing tiers for 3 weeks now, and easy cash 3 weeks straight. And all I do is look at my model, look at Cody's model, look at the article, and then pick my guys there. And I'm getting 6 of 6 making the cut every week too. So I want to help you guys on some GPP plays for tiers. Cash, I don't want to mention just because we don't want to have a lot of ties, and it's already kind of limited. Like on tier 1, you only have 3 options. So the ownership is going to be crazy anyways. So three guys that I like for low ownership because of where they are on the tiers. First one is in tier 2, Webb Simpson. And I think he's going to go overlooked in this tier because, like we mentioned before, Morikawa is in there, and people are going to pick on him just because he won the tournament last week. And then Tiger's in there. People are going to pick Tiger because it's Tiger Woods. And Webb is high on my model, and so I trust him to continue to play well here. And I mentioned him as GPP, but I wouldn't mind him in cash as well on tiers. And then tier 5, Joaquin Neiman, he's been solid. And I played him in cash last week for the main slate. And I think he goes overlooked a lot because of where his price is and who the guys are around him usually. But he's 30th in my model, and I think, and I could be wrong, but I think on this tier, people are going to still play Sung Jae In and Tony Finau. But Sung Jae has not been, he hasn't really looked that good the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Since the break, really.
Yeah, barely making the cut. And then I think the last 2 Sundays, he's been over par. So just not great. But people are still playing it, looking at his stats from before the break. And then tier 6, Mark Leishman. Going back here, I played him last week in the tiers GPP. He missed the cut last week. But he has 4 top 15s in the last 5 years at Memorial. And I expect him to play better this week. And I think the ownership is going to go towards Billy Horschel and Ian Poulter because of how they played last week. So that wraps up another podcast here. We want to give a shout out again to Thomas Kelly for our projections and ownerships and points. And then Aaron Marga does our NFL. Aaron Buss does college with me. Jake and Luke Altmaier do NASCAR for us. And then Phil Beneteau does NBA, NFL, and MMA as well. And then Francois Fortier. You're Canadian. You might pronounce it better.
He's French Canadian, so it's Fortier.
Okay, Fortier. He's going to be doing MLB and I think NFL as well for us. So once again, get in our Slack chat for free. Just got to click the link below. The link will be on Twitter as well. And that's where you're going to get Cody's on there every Wednesday night, giving you guys advice on who to play in your lineups. And then I can give you guys weather, anything. If you have a question for Thomas about ownership, anybody, you can hit up in the Slack. So Cody, anything you want to say before we go?
No, I think you just about covered it. Like and subscribe to the video. You're watching this on YouTube, so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you get all of our new videos. We're getting really close to sports. MLB is like 9 days away. NHL is ramping up. We're going to see the NBA bubble games coming up. So as sports is coming back, you're going to see more and more content from us. The real value is in Slack, where you get that one-on-one coaching and advice. Shout out to Puma Golf. But that's about it.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us, and hope you have a good week and good luck.